Yo, what's up everyone? Daniel Yuck here. Thank you all for tuning in today. I appreciate it. Today we are going to be diving headfirst into this Mummy Tattoo Kit right here. This is a tattoo machine kit from Mummy Tattoo Supply. As you can see, we have some ink that we are going to be reviewing here as well. So just to confirm, we're going to be going over the ink and the contents inside this specific Mummy Tattoo Kit right here. So without further ado, let's just dive into it. We're going to be going over the cosmetics. I'm going to show you all the contents. We're going to go ahead and check out the performance. We're going to take an up close look, and basically everything we can possibly do, we're going to go ahead and do right here in this video. Let's start with the ink. And as you can see, this is a black ink from Mummy Tattoo Supply. It hasn't been unwrapped yet. And this is going to be the ink that I'm going to be using to test the performance of this tattoo machine. Here are the ingredients right here. You can pause the screen. Very straightforward. It does look nice and black there. I'll go ahead and give you more information on this throughout the video, so we'll get to where we're going here shortly. Let's dive into the tattoo kit here. So as you can see, this kit right here, just to confirm, I will leave links in the description below for you. So if you're interested in checking it out, I'll go ahead and leave links below for you, so you can just click them and then get the product page where I picked this up at. But as you can see, it comes in a nice protective tattoo kit. If I shake it, nothing in there is loose or wobbly or anything like that. So as you can see, it's a nice plastic barrier, or a plastic case here rather. It's a nice hard shell case, which is something I'm a big fan of. This is really cool to protect your machine, your investment. So really cool, thumbs up for that there. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside here. So as you see, there's a plastic side right here. The first thing that I'm seeing is the needles. So it does come with needles, which is very, very cool. You get a 5-round liner, and then we get standard mags right here, 9 mags. Very cool. But we have a practice skin right here as well, which is also very cool. And as you see, these are the contents of the actual tattoo kit right here. We have the tattoo machine in a nice felt bag. We have an RCA cord right here. We have a battery, and then we have a charger for a charging cable for the battery here. So the contents are as is, as you see. And again, I am going to go ahead and leave links in the description below for you, so you can go ahead and check out the product page and read more on this. What I want to do is I want to dive in depth now, and I want to show you all the machine up close. So let's take a closer look at the machine here. And there is going to be a bag in here with some O-rings or something like that, I'm assuming. So as you can see, there is a bag in there with some extra O-rings, which is always great. So as you see though, this is the machine, and off the bat here, I am not gonna lie, this is one of the tiniest machines that I've ever seen. It is super tiny. I mean, it is comparable to the CNC Q2 and some other tattoo machines that I've used, but for some reason, I guess because of the width of it, this one just feels super tiny, and it's growing on me very, very fast, tininess, and I can just put a grip around there to make it to my liking. But this is a very tiny machine, as you see right here. So at first glance, it definitely looks great. It has a nice amount of weight to it. It doesn't feel cheap at all, so it has a nice little weight to there, and this does feel like some sort of metal, so I'm assuming this is going to be an aluminum material. That's what the cartridge chamber looks like there, and it is RCA, as you see. This is what the machine looks like all around. It's a very sleek aluminum finish. It's a very nice machine, very easy to disassemble. As you see, it isn't a click grip, but it is super tight. It is firm. So once I find the needle depth, I'm not worried about it losing its position. Take it out like so. So sterilizing this machine would be super, super simple, very, very straightforward. Just, you could put this in an autoclave machine should you choose to do so, which is the grip that I'm referring to. You can wipe it down with some chemical wipe should you choose to do so. Wipe this down as well. Wipe that down in there. As you can see though, this is a great machine, very easy to disassemble, very easy to put back together, very easy to maintain as well. So overall though, I do give this machine a thumbs up. I do like this machine. I haven't tested the performance or anything. This is just the first glance. This is just a first look at it. and it definitely does feel great. I don't have anything negative to say about it. I thought that I was going to be against the size of it, but I'm not against the size at all. I do like how thin it is. I do like how small it is and how compact it is. This can literally just fit in my hand there. It's like the size of a lighter, but that is super cool. This is a 3.5 stroke, so it should be good for lining and shading, which we will get into with the scratch pad here in a bit. But as you see it, yet again, this is one beautiful machine. Very, very nice in cosmetics. It feels very, it doesn't feel heavy, but it has some weight to it, so it doesn't feel cheap at all either. And that's what the inside feels or looks like as well. I will put some cartridges in here shortly, so we can go over that as well. But I definitely give this a thumbs up for cosmetics and feel. Mummy definitely hit the nail on the head with this design right here. It's simple, it feels great, and again, I could change that with my wrappings, in which we are going to get into here shortly. But for the cosmetics of the machine itself, I definitely give it a thumbs up. That is great. I love the way that it feels. I love the way that it looks. This is definitely a great machine. As you can see, we do have a cable, so we can use the RCA cable here, should we choose to do so. If we're going to use like standard power supply, so it is, you can plug in the cable, as you see that, and it does come with this within the kit. Or you have the option to go wireless, and it also comes within the kit as well. And it's fully wireless, as you see right here. This is one beautiful setup right here. And putting on the wireless battery doesn't add too much length or weight. And even putting on the wireless battery, it counters the weight. So it feels like a marker rather. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel light. It feels balanced perfectly when I put that on there. It definitely feels great. So I do love the fact that we have the wireless capabilities from this kit, or we can use a standard power supply from this kit. So I do love the fact that this kit provides us with both power sources, as you see right there. And putting in the battery is super simple. It is an RCA connection. There's no friction or tension or anything like that. This is the battery up close right here for those who are curious on what it looks like. This does not spin. This is just the design of the battery, and this is the top right here. It is from 6 to 11 volts if I'm reading this correctly, as you see. And what's really cool about this machine is you can double press the top of the battery to turn it on, like double click and then turn it on, and that'll give it a jump start. Or you can simply hold it down and the machine would turn on like so. And as you can see, the machine is running right now at 6 volts, but you cannot hear it. Like, there's no sound. There is minimal vibration from this specific unit right now. And just to confirm, I'm going to grab a needle cartridge and we're going to input it so that way I can show you all that it is running. So bear with me. So I'm going to grab some cartridges that came with the kit here. Let's grab one of each. I'm going to grab one mag, and I'm going to grab a 5-round liner. We'll take a look at the cartridges as well right now while we're here. And as you see, these are what the cartridges look like for those who are curious, and I'll go ahead and show you them up close here. This is the 5-round liner, and I will show you them out of the packaging as well. This one's going to be the standard 7 mag. And this is what that looks like. Needles look really fine. Needles look great. I like that bigger opening gap there. It's pretty cool. Maybe easier to clean the needle with that. It's a very nice needle up close. As you see in the back, it has these ridges, which is something I've never seen, but pretty cool. Very, very cool. Let's go ahead and open up the 5-round liner now. I don't know why my camera's focusing in and out like that. So this is the 5-round liner here. As you see, it's a very nice needle. It looks great overall. The needles look really sharp, really pristine. I mean, you could only see so much sharpness with your naked eye, but The needles look great is what I'm trying to say. They definitely do look of quality, they feel of quality. It's definitely a harder plastic. Let's input it into the machine here. It may be out of focus because of everything in the back, so let me actually put the kit this way and let's see if we can focus it better. So now I'm going to input the cartridge, and as you see, it's super simple. There is no friction or anything like that. Just find the slots, line it up, lock it in. Very easy, very straightforward. Let's turn it on here. And there we have it. Adjusting needle depth is as easy as 1, 2, 3. So, and again, needle depth is super simple. I typically hold it right here, and then I'll just turn it into the direction that I'm needing. So for this one, I'm probably going to set it up right around, that seems good to me, give or take. Very easy, very straightforward, very nice. It feels smooth, and we're running right now at 6 volts as you see. Forgive me there. So we are running at 6 volts if I'm correct, or I'm sorry, we're running at 8 volts. Oh no, we were at 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, back at 6. And even pushing at 6 volts, it definitely feels powerful. It's definitely pushing, and it definitely feels like it's pushing with power. It doesn't feel weak in any way, shape, or form at all. And you can hear it, it does feel smooth, consistent, low vibration. So overall, I'm definitely liking the way that this machine is performing here. Or I'm sorry, I'm definitely liking the way that this machine sounds and the way that it feels. I haven't tested the performances just yet, but it definitely feels great here. I do love the way this machine feels. I'm going to push a mag here, and again, same thing with this one. And I could feel that lock when it locks in there, and it's not gonna come out. Pushing at 6 volts still, and as you see, it's pushing with ease. And again, it does feel balanced when I hold it in my hand like a pin. It doesn't have any counterweight, or it doesn't feel cheap or anything like that. This is a solid machine overall. I'm definitely giving this machine a thumbs up as of right now. And this specific kit, I'm giving it a thumbs up as of right now because we get the wireless capabilities as well as the standard power capabilities. So that's awesome. It comes with needles. This I got on the side as well, but this is only a few bucks, so this may be worth it as well, especially if you're looking for something to practice with or a small bottle of ink. That may be the way to go, and we are going to test that out and review it here as well, see how it is, see how it performs as well. But as you see, very nice, very simple, very easy design, very straightforward, very consistent. I'll probably be around 7 volts to 8 volts majority of the time that I'd use this machine. So I'm going to show you all the jump start feature. So this power button, if I double click it and hold it down, as you see, there's no jump start feature. But I'm going to double click it fast and let it go. Did you hear that jump start feature? There's a jump start feature. See, so there's no jump start there if you turn it on regular, but if you double click it, there's a jump start feature. So sorry if I'm confusing you there. So just to reiterate, if you need a, let's say if you're pushing a bigger configuration and the machine is not going to push that configuration, you do need a jump start. What you can do is, this battery does give you that feature, so you could just simply double click it and it gives you that nice smooth jump start. And this is a smoother jump start. It goes up and then it has a gradual, you know, jump start. It's not like a spike, and then you just simply turn it off. If you wanted to turn on regular, you just simply hold it down. No jump start. So very easy, very straightforward. I'm sorry if I confused you in the beginning there. It's a very easy process. If you need to use a jump start, just to reiterate, double click, it jump starts it for you. If you just need to turn it on with no jump start, hold it down, you're good to go. And as you see, it's a very consistent machine. Each and every time we get the same functionality, it feels the same, very low vibration. So I'm loving that. I'm loving overall this machine. I am personally going to use this machine with the wireless setup. I'm not going to use it with a standard power supply, as I am 110% sure it's going to work the exact same with any power supply, any standard power supply. For this demonstration, we're going to use this specific setup right here. We're going to use these cartridges and we're going to test. We're going to pack some black, we're going to pull some lines. We may even get a couple of different liners and test out some different needles as well to push some more configurations and just to kind of give us a better overall feel of how this machine performs. So let's get into the wrapping and the performance now. Now, wrapping is going to be very straightforward. I'm going to approach it again with the standard blue plastic slip that I typically use in my setups. I'm also going to be using a blue Scotch shop wipe as well for the grip to make me a thicker grip. So we're going to be using this specific setup. Now, where I'm going to begin is I'm going to insert this specific machine into the plastic slip, and I'm just going to drop it to the bottom. Since this is a thinner machine, I won't need to open up the plastic. So as you see, very nice, very easy, very straightforward. From this, you can bring this down and then wrap it and everything would be fully closed. And this is, there's no opening right here, but you can like take one of your needle cartridges or something and make a little hole right there should you, or you're gonna need to do that. So as you see, we have a little hole to put the needle cartridges into, like so. So that's how I'm going to approach this. I'm going to put it into a plastic slip. I'm going to use grip tapes as well, grip adhesives right here as you see. Now moving front, what I'm going to do is I typically get my napkin and I roll it up into a rectangle like so. Very simple, very straightforward. Like so, and then I'm going to grab the grip and then just wrap it around per usual as we would any other pen style machine. Very straightforward process, there's not much to it. And at the beginning I'm going to pull a bit tight to hold this all in place, and then after I get a few wraps like that and I'm confident that it's in place, I'm going to lighten up on the pull and I'm going to allow it to get a bit bigger using the rest of the grip here that I have available in this row. And then I'll show you how we'll take care of the top part of the machine right now as well. So very straightforward. I will be bringing a review on the adhesive that I use as well. So that's half of the machine right there. For the other half, what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat the process. Since I have the needle depth already set, I'm going to repeat the process and just wrap grip right here to keep the plastic in place, but as well as to provide me with comfort. And this, I'm not really going to squeeze it all. I'm going to let the adhesive do its thing while I bring it up to the top like that, as you see. And wrapping it is very straightforward, and that's how I am going to do that. It has a very nice aesthetic to it as well upon wrapping it this way, I feel. Very nice, very professional. Everything is fully covered as you see. So we have a full barrier around our machine. We have adhesive that provides us with comfort, and now I have a comfortable size grip that is a little bit more suitable to my taste. So I'm going to make some room here, and I'm going to bring the scratch skin, and we're going to open up the ink and get into the performance of this machine now. So I have the scratch skin right here. We're going to be testing the performance on this practice scratch skin. I also have a Mummy silicone hand that I'm going to be bringing an in-depth review on. So bear with me, I will bring another video on that. For this, I wanted to actually touch base and cover the Mummy tattoo machine and the kit here, and just try and shed as much light as I can on this specific unit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to test some lines. We're probably going to start with either the, well, we'll start with a 5-round liner. We'll pull some lines with that, and then we're going to go from there. Let's unwrap the ink here as well. Very simple, straightforward bottom. Let's shake it up. Shake it up real good. As you can see, it is sealed, so we're going to remove the seal. Like so. Place this back on carefully. Very nice. And let's go ahead and pour this up close here. So I'm only going to open the top a little bit right here so we can drip it out nice and steady. Let me discard this over here. Here it comes. See if we can see the consistency of the ink. I may need to open this a little bit more. Looks about right. Whatever, we'll try it. Let's see here. There we go. Now the ink definitely has a nice runny flow to it. I wanted to show you all to see if it was like runny or thicker. From what I see is you see the drops come out, a little bit of pressure. So it has like a mid consistency. It's not too runny, it's not too thick either. Very nice, very dark as well. As you see up close here, you can see the way that it moves. It's not too runny and it's not thick at all. So I don't think that drying up would be an issue. So now I'm going to test the performance. So now that we have the ink poured up, let's go ahead and get straight on into the performance here. I'm going to run some lines with the Mummy machine right here, and we're going to start at 6 volts. That's how we're going to start. So I think 6 volts is strong. As a matter of fact, we're gonna take it up to 7. So I'm gonna take it to 7 volts. I'm running the 5-round liner right here, and this is going to be a bug pin 5-round liner. Again, the machine definitely has low vibrations. It doesn't have a lot of vibration in my opinion. The wrap as well absorbs a lot of the vibrations here. So I'm going to go in this area and we're gonna pull some lines in this area right here. And I will be able to relay some information in my opinion in real time here for you all. Oh yeah, so one thing that I am noticing is that this little guy is definitely packing a punch. Very nice and consistent saturated lines. Just getting used to this machine here. Oh yeah, this thing definitely pulls lines like no tomorrow. That's a very nice feel as well. The machine feels great. It has a little bit of give to it as well, which is, again, if you've seen any of my other reviews on my machines, I'm a big fan of machines that have a certain amount of give. I don't like machines that are real like direct on. I want it to kind of back up as I go into the dermis, and as you see, you can, or I can feel it. It does have a considerable amount of give, which I like. I was pulling a line at 7. Let's take it up to 8 volts. So now we're pulling lines at 8. Let's see how that goes. Very nice and consistent. So I think the voltage is going to depend on the tattooist and what you specifically prefer. For me specific, I like 7. However, 8 definitely feels comfortable. That's 9. That's 11. 6 may even be great as well. I can use that 6 range voltage for stipple shading with a 3-round liner. But as you see though, we are definitely pulling lines. This feels great as well. It doesn't feel cheap. It doesn't feel difficult. It doesn't feel too anything. I'm trying, again, I really go out of my way in here to find the cons as well with the machines. And I don't have any at the moment. I think one of the only things that I would say is that the battery, I don't know the battery life. It may last, you know, 4 or 5 hours depending on the specific voltage. Let's say if we were running it at, right now, I believe it shows that we're running it at 7 volts. So, and it has 60% battery. So you can see the lights actually blink as well. So that's showing that we have 60% battery. It'll actually tell you too when you're low on battery here as well. I'm not sure if you can see that while it's running, but you'll see it blinks on and off. So right now it has 20, 40, 60, 80. So it's blinking in the 60 range, which indicating that we have around 60% battery. I don't know how long the battery life lasts per, you know, charge. And I will go ahead and relay that information as I use this machine more. But let's say if I'm running at 7, I kind of feel confidently that I will get maybe 4 hours, 5 hours from one charge from one battery. So right now, this machine, as I'm getting used to it, as I'm adjusting, this machine is definitely pulling lines. So this little guy, this little machine here can pull lines like no tomorrow. You can pull really nice lines. And again, I'm using a 5-round liner. We will take up the needle configuration here and we'll push some mags. We'll see how it packs in black right now. I'm going to pull a few more lines here. This thing feels great though. This is an overall great machine right now. I'm definitely loving it for pulling lines. I'm giving this machine a thumbs up. I'm giving this machine a double thumbs up for the feel and performance of it right now. This machine is growing on me very, very quickly here. What I want to get into is, let's dive into the mag here. Let's check out a mag and let's see how it pushes using a mag. The ink here as well, the ink is really nice. The ink is dark and saturated, so I haven't noticed anything adverse. This one was Formula 23, and I wouldn't be able to tell. I would, like, in about maybe 2 or 3 months, I won't remember which one's which. So if that helps you, you know, determine if the ink is good, this ink definitely appears to be good. I definitely love that it's not consistent or runny. I definitely love that it's not too runny or too thick, which means that we can make a nice gray wash with it. The potential for shading may be there, so I will go ahead and arm this thing with a 3-round liner here shortly, and we're gonna stipple as well. So we're gonna see how the machine shades and how the ink shades here shortly. So we're gonna get there. Oh wow, as you see here, that's awesome. I'm pushing at the same voltage and it's definitely packing black, like as you see. So this is an all-around great machine. Like, you can use this machine to pull lines, you can use it to pack black or color. We're going to do shading. So if we can stipple shade with it in the 6-volt range by just adjusting our, you know, attuning ourselves to the machine, then again, this can be an overall all-around great machine and a great tattoo kit. Now, whether you're just starting or you're a full-blown professional, the thing is with tattooing, like, you can use a machine like this and do like a full back piece and come out with some great results. It really just depends on the mechanics and the capabilities of the machine that you're using. So this machine can definitely pull lines. So I can see this machine being capable of being, you know, used by any tattooist of any caliber, whether you're a full-blown professional or a beginner. This is just an all-around great machine. And again, for anybody, it doesn't matter what caliber you're in, I feel, as this machine does what you need it to do. It feels great as well. The give is nice, and packing black is seamless, and it's very nice, dark, saturated. A lot of that comes down to the artist and their technicality, so to each their own. But for me, I'm packing black just fine, and it's working wonders. As you see though, right there, And the Mummy ink is nice. Again, I can't tell the difference from which one is which. In a few months, I'm not gonna be able to remember. The Mummy ink is definitely nice. For the price of it, it's definitely performing. It's a great, nice, dark, saturated ink. I want to get a bit of a bigger configuration here, and I want to pull some lines. So this one's going to be a 9-round liner. This is going to be a CNC Police 9-round liner that we're going to try here. And we're still pushing at 7 volts here. And as you see, it's pulling very, very nice lines, even in this bigger configuration. I'm just simply adjusting my hand speed to my voltage. It feels nice and smooth, very easy, very simple. So as you see, it is pushing bigger configurations with no problem. You can take this up to 8 should you choose, or you can just change your hand speed and match everything accordingly. Just be careful that you keep your hand speed consistent and you don't scar or stay in one area too long. Just take it up to 8 volts. So now we're at 8 volts. I feel that that's great. Very nice. I'm getting used to this configuration. My needle's hanging out far more than what I normally would have hung it out. But again, this is just demonstration. As you see, depending on your technique, your approach, very nice full saturated lines. We're packing black with ease, so this definitely does that. What I want to do is I want to throw a 3-round liner in here, and I want to check out the performance in stippling. So we're going to take it down to the 6 voltage, and I'm going to use a Rain 3-round liner right here, and I'm going to check out the performance in the stipple area. We're at 6 volts. This is the lowest volt range that we are at. Oh yeah, I could still stipple with this volt range and this setup right here. As you see, that looks very nice. As you see, like, it's definitely stippling. That's a nice gradient stipple effect as well. I was curious to see how it was going to perform in this aspect. And it feels like a brush as well. It has that soft hit. And again, that's why I am a personal fan of machines with give, because they have that brush soft hit, and I use the stippling a lot in my tattoos specifically, so that's why I look for that specific. Other people look for like a direct hit to get their nice bold lines for their traditional work. Everybody is different. So for me specific, this machine is an all-around great machine because I can pack black, I can pull lines with pretty much any configuration, as I can get into the 7-8 volt range, and I can drop into the 6 volt range with the 3-round liner and get some nice gradient stipple effects. And keep in mind, this is a voltage range just to this battery. If you're using a standard power supply, I'm sure that you can drop into the 5 volt range. You can go into any, into single increment ranges if you want. Right now, we're just sticking with the wireless power supply and demonstrating the abilities with the wireless power supply. So don't forget, you have the option to use a standard power supply as well. But as you see though, stippling is a breeze. I get nice dotted effects there, or nice dotted textures, and I'm sure that dot work would be the same as well. So this would be great for not only lining and packing black, this would be great for stipple shading, this would be great for dot work. Even if you're going to be shading with a mag, I'm sure this machine can pull it off. So I'm definitely giving this machine an all-around thumbs up for the performance, for the simplistic build. Now, since the machine was very small, I want to push some bigger configurations here on camera. We have a standard 9-round shader, and then we have a bug pin 17-round mag. So what I want to do is I want to insert them in there, and I want to kind of just run them and let you all hear and see them out, how this machine pushes bigger configurations, as well as I don't want the size to intimidate anybody here. And as you see, it's pushing this round mag right here, which is a bug pin 17 round mag, and we are pushing at 6 volts, which is what you see right here. So we are at 6 volts. Very, very nice. You can take it to 7. Very consistent. As you see, very straightforward. It's pushing with ease. Let's get a 9-round shader here as well, and I will go ahead and run them as well on the practice skin, and we will test the performance out as well. Overall though, I'm loving everything about this kit and the ink as well. I can feel confident recommending this kit to people who are asking, you know, looking for an affordable tattoo machine that does what they need it to do. This definitely is one that is up there for me. And as you see, we're at 7 volts running the 9-round shader. Feels great. Again, it all feels consistent. Let's pull some lines with the round shader and let's test out how it pulls lines. We'll fluctuate accordingly. Should we need to take the voltage up a little bit, we will do so. But for now, we're gonna push at 7 just to see how it is. So pushing at 7, a really low or a softer voltage here, or lower voltage rather. Overall, as you see, look nice, saturated lines there with the 9-round shader. Very, very smooth and consistent. And that's at 7 volts there. The battery has 60%. So for those who are wondering if it does actually push bigger configurations, we're pushing that 9-round shader and it's pushing with ease. No issues at all, nothing adverse, and that's at 7 volts. Just taking my time, saturating the line. Let's pull a couple of more here, and then let's pack some black with that 17-round mag. Very nice, very consistent. And all these needles, like even the round shaders, have a nice amount of give to it. Like, it feels great. The give system does feel great, as you see here, or as you can hear. But for me, it feels great. Like, I can literally feel the give system, and it's nice. For me, I guess I look for the give because that essentially is a part of my workflow, and it helps me to prevent blowouts and to get the ink where I need it. That's just me specific. I know it's going to range for everyone. Nonetheless though, my point is getting proven. As you see, the Mummy tattoo machine right here that we are using definitely pulls lines with a round shader with ease. Very nice, very consistent. Wow, that's nice. So definitely a thumbs up in terms of pushing round shaders. I can definitely see myself using this for like mandalas or really any style tattoo that I do. This machine is definitely up there for me. I could give this machine, and again, recommend this machine with confidence. So now we are pushing again at 7 volts, and we're going to be pushing the 17-round mag. This ink as well is performing. I love the ink, the Mummy ink as well. It wasn't even that much as well for that little bottle. It's great for on the go practice tattoos, little tattoos. It's a nice black. It does shade well just from the little stippling that I did. And as you see, we're pushing this 17-round mag. And again, the Mummy machine is performing. It is pushing this configuration with ease. I don't feel it struggling. The voltage remains consistent. Nothing adverse or anything like that. And these are the things that I look for on pretty much every machine that I try. I pretty much look for the same things. And some machines that I've used have actually not checked off that list, which is why I don't put the videos out. But every machine that does check off what I look for, and that actually is a good machine, you all will hear about it. So you probably won't really ever hear me talk about a machine that I wouldn't feel comfortable recommending to people, just because of that. I won't review gear if I wouldn't use the gear myself. I'm not gonna recommend it, let alone make a video for you all. So that's my approach. Overall though, I am truly loving this machine right here. This machine is definitely performing. This is definitely one for a full-blown professional, beginner, whatever the case may be. It doesn't matter your skill set, your caliber, it performs in all areas. As you see, very, very nice, very, very cool. I'm going to take it down to 6 volts, and we're just gonna try some shading real quick on the side of the mag right here, just for fun. As you can see, you can get really nice stipple work, and that's with the side of the mag right there. That just comes down to the technicality and approach from the tattooist. As you see though, very, very nice, very solid machine. It pushes round mags, it pushes magnums, it pushes small round liners, 3 round liners for stippling, pushed a 5 round liner. We pushed another mag that came with the actual kit. We pushed a round shader, and pretty much almost all of the configurations that one would use in a tattoo, besides like textured needles and hollowed needles. But as you all see, this definitely performs round shaders. We did the round shaders, we did the stipple, we did a 9 round liner, we did some packing of the black here with the first configuration that we used that came with the kit. We pulled some lines with a 5 round liner right here. As you see, we just did a 17 round mag, packed more black, and we did a little bit of shading with the side of the mag. This machine performs in all aspects. This was done with various voltages, as well as you all saw me do live here in real time. I can confidently give this machine a thumbs up and a 5 stars. All in all, from using this machine right now, I definitely love this machine, and I'm going to give you basically the off the bat reasons why. Now, first and foremost, I love this specific machine right here, or actually this specific kit, because it came in a hard shell plastic case with a standard wire to use for a standard power supply. It also comes with a battery, which is really, really cool, a charger to charge it, a nice felt bag for the machine, some extra O-rings, and it came with needles and a practice skin. So those are some essentials to any tattoo setup. The machine itself is definitely a small machine. However, it packs a punch. The machine all around, you can line with it. You can pack black, as I stated. You can shade. You can do color. You can do you can push round shaders and everything in between. This machine right here, even with the wireless battery, even though we're 6 to 11 volts and we're limited to just those specific increments, you can still do great work with this specific setup. Not to mention, you do get the RCA cord that you can plug into a standard power supply to go ahead and fine tune your increments and your voltage in single increments should you choose. So those are some of the reasons off the bat why I'm giving this machine a thumbs up and 5 stars. It performs, it feels great, low vibration, very small machine. Not to mention, one of the most important things, that it is super easy to maintain. So it can perform for a full-blown professional, but not only that, if a beginner is handling this machine, sterilization will be easy and swift, as the design is simplistic and user-friendly. So these are some of the reasons off the bat why I highly recommend this machine. This is the Mummy Tattoo Machine, and again, this is a full-on kit here. I will leave it in the link in the description below for you, so that way you can check it out, look more at it, read more on the specifics. This machine overall from Mummy Tattoo Supply gets a thumbs up from me. And yet again, should you have any questions, drop them below. I'll do my best to assist you in the best possible direction. So overall, for the buck, this kit is definitely not a bad kit. The performance is there. And I think overall what even adds to it is the fact that we can do everything that we can, like this tattoo machine right here, if you get it, it'd be one that you'd be able to do lining, you'd be able to pack black, you'd be able to pack color, you'd be able to push bigger configurations like round shaders, you'd be able to push small configurations like stippling, as you see right here. It is all there. This machine definitely performs in all aspects. I'm very excited to use this machine more, so if you haven't, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell, as I will be bringing another video of me tattooing the Mummy silicone hand with this machine as well. well. So be sure to stay tuned for that. If I didn't touch base on anything specific that you may have wanted to know at any point throughout this video, by all means, please feel free to drop it in the comments below. I'm going to do my best to assist you in the best possible direction. If you're not, be sure to give me a follow on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, as I would genuinely appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell for me. I genuinely appreciate it. You have a great day.